Institute, welcoming all board members, guests, members of the public. Thank you for attending. The video of this meeting will be available on YouTube at our Libertarian Party of Colorado live feed, now streaming. Please share it if you're joining us by the stream. And if you'd like to review the conversation afterwards, you can find it there also. First order of business, taking attendance. Secretary Williams, could you start with a roll call?
Sure thing. Chad Wiley, you're present. The Vice Chair, Mr. Luria. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm present. Mr. Buss, you're present.
Yep.
I see Jacob on. Mr.
No,
Knowlton?
that's his he's taking notes.
Okay. Is Mr. Vance present? Was that it? I think that's a yes. It sounds like you're driving. Mr. Marionovich?
Here.
Mr. Wild Forrester?
I'm sorry, I am here. Can you all hear me now?
Yes. Jacob. Can the person who's driving please mute? Thank you. Membership, Mr. Williams? Fundraising, Mr. Dvorak. Okay. So you have a quorum, Chad.
Thank you, Secretary Williams. Opportunity for public comment. I've got my timer set up, but since we only have one person in person, and if we have anybody online, please interject after this first person speaks, but I'll give you a full 3 minutes if you'd like. Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Frank Atwood with the Approval Voting Party, inviting everyone and anyone to the Approval Voting Party 2025 convention that'll be held at Bemis Library May 24th at starting at 11 o'clock. We are proud to announce that we have a state legislator, Gretchen Ryden, as a speaker, and we'll see who else shows up. One of the topics for discussion is a report on convincing libertarians to prioritize election reform, specifically feeling that libertarians ought to be pushing approval voting. And that about wraps it up for the Approval Voting Party report. Thank you, sir.
I hate to be out of order, but I just want to commend your efforts real quick and say that it's my genuine hope that approval voting finds its place as the preferred method of elections on the official platform of the Libertarian Party this year. So I'll be putting an effort towards that end, and I wish your cause all the best.
If there's any way we can help you, we're eager to. Thank you.
Any other public comment from anybody, including potentially board members? Seeing none, moving on to the approval of the agenda, which has been distributed for review with 2 primary elements of business being the approval of 2 budget items for the upcoming donor dinner and state convention. Any amendments to the agenda before approval? Seeing no amendments or additions, any objections to the approval of the minutes? Seeing no objections, the agenda, excuse me, not minutes. Seeing no objection to the approval of the agenda will be accepted as distributed. First element on the agenda is the approval of the previous minutes from February and April. The March minutes were distributed and approved through email ballot. There was a threat made to read every line of these minutes, and if there's any objection to proceeding to balloting on the minutes, we will forego a line-by-line review. Is there any objection to skipping the line-by-line review? Seeing none, we'll move to the approval of the February 10th, 2025 board meeting minutes. Any objection to the approval of these minutes? Seeing no objections, the minutes will be approved as distributed. We'll move on to the approval of the April 14th minutes. Is there any objection to the approval of these minutes? Seeing none, the minutes will be approved as distributed. Moving on to reports from affiliate representatives. Do we have a representative from Arapahoe County? I'm joining the Arapahoe County affiliate. I wouldn't claim to represent them yet. I'm still in the process of changing my voter registration to that locality. So I look forward to being an active member there. I know that they had a meeting, a monthly meeting last Thursday, I believe. Was there anybody who attended that who would like to report? Seeing none. Any reports from representatives from the Denver affiliate? From the Douglas County affiliate? From the El Paso County affiliate? From the Jefferson County affiliate? Okay, I want to hear something on this one. Somebody speak.
Yes, this is Ross from Jefferson County, Chair. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. We postponed our annual meeting so that we could get some candidates for board replacements. And actually we didn't meet quorum, so we couldn't hold a vote on bylaws last week, but that will be scheduled for mid-June. So anyone who's looking to attend, anyone in Jeffco, please reach out. Otherwise, you'll be getting email updates on the new schedule.
Thank you so much, Chairman Ross, for that contribution to our affiliates report. Anybody from Mesa County? Anybody from Larimer County? Do we have any LNC representatives present? Fortunately, yes. I have 2 days ago been elected your LNC representative alternate to the Libertarian National Committee, your second alt, and so we have a meeting coming up this weekend in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is an in-person meeting, so it's required to attend. I'll be driving out Friday, coming back Monday. This is a great opportunity for me as the new alternate to be introduced to the LNC and begin to understand their operations. I'll be mostly listening through the process, though if anything stands out to me, I'll be glad and won't hesitate to contribute. We do have our official representative for our region is also from Colorado, Mayor Aaron Lamb. I'm unsure, though, if he plans to attend in person or if he'll attempt to attend virtually, but either way, if he's unable to attend in person, either myself or Austin Martin, who from Hawaii was also elected as an alternate, he's the first alternate, will be substituting for him at the meeting if he's not able to attend. It's going to be an exciting process, and I look forward to bringing some of our Colorado political philosophy to the National Committee and improving it in every way. Though at this point, as the LNC representative, I would like to ask for anybody who would like me to present something specific to the LNC or represent their voice as a member of this region in any particular way, to please contact me. I won't interrupt the flow of the meeting and to do it now, but please contact me privately, and I'd be glad to speak with you or read a communication that you provide or do anything to further your representation within the national board, which needs it so much. Moving on to reports from the board. I'll start as the proxy for Chair Goodman. We are preparing for upcoming events, in particular the donor dinner and the state convention, which will be discussed in further detail by the specific officers and directors who are working in those spaces. Otherwise, we're looking forward to wrapping up her 2-year term as chair and all the successes that have come from that. Though this isn't as part of her report, I do want to say she's done an excellent job leading this organization to heights undreamed of. And I think we can continue that progress in the next 2 years. I thank her for her service. Vice Chair Luria, your report.
Thank you very much, Acting Mr. Chair. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. In not necessarily order of importance, worked on realigning the convention after, a number of different issues, postcards, venue, got that all set with, the group help from the board. Went to the El Paso, the El Paso County Convention. That was a lot of fun. I used Grok, which was very helpful for Robert's Rules. So it made me look way smarter than I was, but also I think shows a good, use of new technology. And El Paso, there were, I think at max quorum, 17, maybe 18 voting members. So I want to congratulate Rebecca. She's done a great job, brought a lot of new people to that convention, as well as Representative Ken DeGraff, who did sign her 2022 Liberty Pledge. That will get updated, for the coming election year, or the 2024 Liberty Pledge. That will get updated for the 2026, and we'll expect probably a new signature from Representative DeGraff. But there are a small but handful of state representatives that seem to be realigning themselves, more toward liberty, hating the government. I don't know if anyone caught Rebecca Kelty on the Sunday stream with Free State. Definitely being elected has radicalized her quite a bit. Setting up the donor dinner, and then I think that's everything. I think that's all the major things.
Thank you, Vice Chair Luria. Treasurer Buss.
Well, the things that everyone wants to know. Currently, today, we have $12,218.12 in our bank account, and in our federal account, we have $33,831.47. Out of the $12,218.12, that does cover the second ticket for the parliamentarian to fly in, and the first ticket is being cancelled, so we will get a refund on that. And we have covered the cost of the venue and all of the out-of-pocket expenses right now out of that. So we're actually doing fairly well. So that's the end of my report.
Thank you, Treasurer Buss. Secretary Williams.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Excellent. My report is necessarily brief. I am just taking these minutes. I would like to thank Chairman Wiley, Jim, for proxy the last 2 meetings I was sat in this due to work obligations. It's a bit tough juggling these duties, sparse as they are. They're still quite involved with pretty heavy practice going on with some casework in the law firm. That said, if you guys will put up with me further, I will try to do better and get more involved as time goes on. as these cases begin to wind down. But other than that, I really don't have much to add, I'm afraid, other than just going through, trying to take notes on what you guys are saying.
Thanks so much for joining us. Affiliates Director Nilsson. Excuse me, he's absent. Campaigns Director Will Forster. Communications Director Marinovich.
Yes. Not much to report. I think this will be my last board meeting. So same vein as Hannah. I've been on for a while now, since 22 or 23, whatever it was. Just my main goal when I came on was to grow at the time Twitter, but the X account, and get our presence there and get kind of a digital footprint in the zeitgeist that is the free speech platform. So happy to report that we're over 23,000 followers. When I took it on, I think we had 6,300 followers on X. And we're now a verified organization, which is great. And at the time, I did not know Elon was going to buy it and turn it into the free speech platform it is now. But I'm glad that happened, and that my intuition was right on that. But yeah, just had a lot of fun. With the election and the Kennedy campaign, and like all the craziness with the pledge and getting banned on Twitter and coming back, and it's been a wild ride. So appreciate the opportunity with you guys.
Thanks. You've done great work. We've got a round of applause for you. I hate to disappoint you, though, because we have moved the convention to June. I do request your attendance at our next board meeting on June the 9th, which you'll still be in the position.
Okay.
So I know you've been counting down. You probably got a clock on your wall. But yes, that has moved from May 31st to June 28th. So you're on the hook for one more month, sir.
Okay. I'll give the speech again, but better next time.
Okay. Good practice. Fundraising Director Dvorak. Legislative Director Vance, is he with us yet, or still on his way? Still on his way. We'll see if he could join us for public comment on that element. Membership Director Williams. Outreach Director Stanky.
Pretty standard month. Attended Liberty on the Rocks, helping out with the donor dinner and some other major events that we have going on. General other duties as assigned. So
Keep up the good work. Looking forward to getting those invitations out this week. Staff report. I'd like to, as part of my executive director report, speak a little bit about the political maneuvering, both within and without the Libertarian Party, on multiple different scales. It was brought up earlier that our El Paso County affiliate recently had their annual convention, very well attended. At this convention, I would mark it as achieving stage 2 in a 3-stage process. And stage 1 is commonly known as a takeover. It's when a group of individuals form together in a caucus or coalition and forcibly take over a political entity, whether that be a county, state, or national political party. The second stage might be described as purification, when any restrictions to the advancement of the political agenda of the group which took over are removed, whether that be impending members, officers, or the rest. The third stage might be described as confrontational politics, when once power is coalesced within the organization, it can then be expressed without the organization to confront the tyranny of the state at every opportunity. And so I congratulate El Paso County on achieving the second stage, purification, and being prepared to move into that confrontational position, less focused internally within the party and more focused externally against the enemy. Likewise, Libertarian Party of Colorado has moved from the second stage into the third stage the last couple of years. Having accomplished purification, we've now implemented confrontational politics to, again, confront the tyranny of the state at every opportunity. And on the national level, it's been less of a straight road between these three stages. We're kind of teetering between the first and the second of those stages, between takeover and purification. And my hope and my gratitude for my election and recommendation to the position on the Libertarian National Committee is to further advance into that second stage of purification by also communicating very clearly to the party at large the purpose of these three stages and the opportunity behind confrontational politics as we've implemented it here in Colorado. So I know that's not the typical deliverables, I did this and that and the other, but more of a larger scale conversation about the opportunities within and without the Libertarian Party for the advancement of political liberty. The next staff report we have from database manager David Aiken is not going to happen because he resigned last week from his position. So we are mourning the loss of his dedicated service, but we are also going to be celebrating his incredible accomplishments and achievements over his many years of service within the Libertarian Party, and want to specifically recognize him for that and thank him as well. We do have some directors who have joined us recently. Director Williams, Membership Director, you have your hand raised. Do you want to give your report now, or do you have another comment?
Yeah, so can you hear me okay?
Yes.
So report for myself, been a little MIA for a little while for dealing with personal and family stuff, but was actively working on and I've made pretty good progress on some membership bots for AI usage, both for the platform itself and for hopefully our social media side. We'll see how it all goes as I continue to develop it with my associate. Besides that, helping out Ashley when able for the treasurer stuff, getting reports in as need be, and trying to still hand over as need be on that side. That's all I had.
Okay. Thank you very much. And that would fall under item 8.10 of our board reports on the agenda. Moving back to the staff reports, technology manager, or technology director, excuse me, Justin Tavoy.
Nothing to update.
Thank you for implementing this beautiful technology today. Again, committee reports from the Political Marketing Committee. Guess that's my report to give specifically. The work of the Political Marketing Committee has been adjusted recently due to kind of like a reorganization of the committee structure to allow a little bit of further consolidation and a reduction of redundancy within our meeting system, refining it over the system that we implemented a year ago. So what we've done is we've taken where there's a lot of common discussion and kind of removed that overlap and combined it into our Political Marketing Committee. So that committee has been not just focused on the communications element, or not just focused on the battlefield as politics represents, but combining those subjects into pursuing messaging for the purpose of fighting within that battlefield of Colorado politics. And we've had quite a bit of success. Quite a few controversies have brought us a lot of attention and positioned us, the Libertarian Party particularly, as leaders in the fight for free speech. Not necessarily a hat we wanted to wear or a title that we wanted to bear, but since it's happened, it's necessary that we advance within that position and champion free speech to an absolute principle. There's been attacks on the concept of free speech and threats of disciplinary action against affiliates and members of the Libertarian Party at large for the statements that they make online or elsewhere. And I think it's really important that we stand by those entities, stand against the threat of a disaffiliation for the expression of one's free speech, and to join in the exercise of one's right of free speech, the exercise which is rapidly lost as an opportunity when failed to be produced. So if we don't express our opinions, we're likely to lose the opportunity to do so. Party Finance Committee. Luria, Vice Chair Luria, do you have comments on this committee?
I don't, other than I want to commend Jim again for the legislative dinner. And I want to commend Ashley for his great job getting the finances together, working with ISP Political, and everything like that. So we're kind of still figuring out how we're going to use the federal money, but it's, it's nice to see. I think maybe not quite, but last year with the joint fundraising, I think we raised, if not 100 grand, close to 100 grand. So that is one thing we're going to work on presenting at convention, is a potential, budget that, we might be able to work with if we can achieve that again. So great job, team, because I'm not a math person. So anybody willing to take on that and as a treasurer at any point is a bold person.
We're in a better financial position, I think, than we've been in a very long time, both in funds wise and in reporting wise. So that's excellent news. We do not have the audit committee representative present that I see. And we have no special orders. Any unfinished business other than the business cards I need to have printed still? Sorry about that, guys. No unfinished business. Moving on to new business. We have a motion for the allocation of $3,000 to the upcoming June 7th donor dinner. It's expected to cost much less than that, but to be safe, we'd like to allocate this much. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve $3,000 for the upcoming June 7th donor dinner.
Motion.
Second.
I second.
Motioned by Director Steinke, seconded by Treasurer Buss.
Yep.
Any objections to the passage of this motion? Seeing no objections, the motion passes as written. I'd like to entertain a motion to allocate $5,000 to the upcoming state convention for convention-related expenses, particularly those related to the venue and the retainment of a parliamentarian for that convention.
I so move.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Moved by Treasurer Buss, seconded by Vice Chair Luria. Was that you, Jacob?
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
Less money for me, damn.
Sure. Any objection to the passage of $5,000 for the upcoming state convention expenses? Hearing none. Motion passes as written. Wow, we are blowing through this agenda. It's already only 27 minutes in, 28 minutes. Announcements or opportunities for public comment, round 2. Mr. Frank, you got something for us?
Just a repeat of the approval voting party convention will be May 24th, Bemis Library, 11 o'clock. State Representative Gretchen Ryden will be our guest speaker. And in addition to that, one of the topics to be discussed is convincing libertarians to prioritize election reform. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Adler. Any other public comment? Any comment from any board members that weren't able to fit in earlier?
Yeah, I'll just like to commend Mr. Vance on his summary of the legislative actions going on up in the Capitol. I found those emails very informative, well written, and clear. So thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I agree 100%. And knowing our luck, he'll probably join us 2 minutes after we adjourn. But let's make sure to echo that at the next board meeting, and any other opportunity we get to see Mr. Vance, congratulate him on a hard-fought battle. And I think we have many instances which we could mark as victories for the Libertarian Party. We've advanced our position more this year than all years cumulatively combined. So, well done, Mr. Vance, well done. Our next meeting is going to be on June the 9th at 7 p.m. at the Independence Institute. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Who is that, for the record?
I think Luria moved to adjourn. If
I
saw
made the
box
motion,
at
sorry.
midnight.
It's
Yeah, and I seconded the secretary.
Okay, thank you very much. Motion. It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. Any objections? Hearing none, we will adjourn at 7:33.
Nicely done, Mr. Wiley.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Sorry,
chaps.
my
Have a great
mother